7 Japanese minimalist habits that make your life easier every day. You know that feeling when everything in your day just clicks? When you're not stressed, not rushing, not overwhelmed? What if that could be your normal? Today we're uncovering 7 Japanese secrets that make life feel almost effortless. Hey everyone, so picture this. You wake up and instead of immediately feeling behind on everything, you actually feel ready. Your space is calm, your mind is clear, and somehow everything just flows better. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, here's the thing. Millions of people in Japan live like this every single day. And no, they don't have some magic gene or perfect lives. They've just figured out these simple daily habits that make everything easier. The best part? You can start doing them today, right where you are. What's crazy is that these aren't some complicated life overhaul where you have to donate half your stuff and meditate for hours. These are ridiculously simple habits that literally anyone can try today. And here's the kicker, they actually make your life easier, not more work. Number 1, the 1-minute rule. Ready for the first game changer? It's so simple you might roll your eyes, but hear us out. In Japan, there's this brilliant rule. If something takes less than 1 minute, you just do it right now. No, I'll do it later. No adding it to your mental pile of stuff. Just boom, done. Think about it. How many times do you walk past that one dirty dish and think, later, or see mail on the counter and go, tomorrow? We all do it, right? But here's what's wild. These tiny tasks are like those annoying computer updates. Ignore them and suddenly your whole system is running slow. The Japanese figured out something we're all still learning. Washing that dish right after using it, dealing with that mail the second you grab it, hanging up that jacket instead of throwing it on a chair. These tiny actions actually free up mental space. It's like clearing the cache on your phone, but for your brain. Number 2, morning rituals that set the tone. Now here's where it gets interesting. Mornings. How do you usually start your day? Phone first thing? Straight into the chaos? What if there was a better way that actually made you feel human again? The Japanese treat mornings like they're sacred. Not in a weird, complicated way, just with a little bit of intention. Instead of diving headfirst into the digital madness, they give themselves maybe 10 minutes of peaceful time. Could be making your bed slowly, brewing coffee while actually smelling it, or just sitting for a moment and thinking, okay, what kind of day do I want this to be? There's this Japanese concept called hajimari that's all about beginnings. They don't treat mornings like something to survive, they treat them like the foundation for everything that comes next. And get this, research shows people with consistent morning routines feel 23% more in control of their lives. That's huge for such a small change. Number 3, the art of single tasking. Okay, this next one might blow your mind because it goes against everything we think we know about being productive. Ready? Stop multitasking. Yep, you heard that right. While we're all trying to juggle 15 things at once, the Japanese are over here doing one thing at a time and absolutely crushing it. They have this concept called ichigo ichie. One time, one meeting. Basically, when you're doing something, you're really doing it. When you're eating, you're not scrolling Instagram. When you're talking to someone, you're actually listening instead of thinking about your next meeting. Wild concept, right? And get this, Stanford University found that people who multitask are actually 40% less efficient than people who focus on one thing. Our brains aren't nearly as good as juggling as we think they are. Every time we switch tasks, we're basically hitting a reset button in our heads. The weird thing is, once you try this, you realize how exhausting multitasking actually was. It's like you've been carrying a heavy backpack all day, and suddenly someone takes it off your shoulders. Why did nobody tell us this sooner? Number 4, everything has its place. Here's one that sounds super obvious, but most of us are terrible at it. Giving everything a home. Not talking about fancy organizing systems or expensive containers. Just simple. Every single thing you own should have one specific spot where it lives. The Japanese call this mono no basho. each thing in its place. Your keys, always the same bowl by the door. Phone charger, same spot every time. That random screwdriver, yep, even that has a home and it goes back there. Why does this work so well? Because how much time do we waste looking for stuff? Ever spent 10 minutes hunting for your car keys when you're already running late? Or digging through drawers trying to find a pen that actually works? When everything has a designated spot, you become like a ninja. You always know exactly where everything is. What's genius about this system is that it eliminates those frustrating moments we all have where we're running around looking for our car keys or trying to find our phone charger. When everything has a designated home and you stick to the system, you always know exactly where to find what you need. This habit also makes cleaning feel like magic instead of torture. You're not standing there holding something going, "Where does this even go?" You already know. It's got a home, and putting it back becomes as automatic as breathing. Your place basically maintains itself, and you get to feel like the organized person you always wanted to be. Number 5, seasonal awareness and adaptation. Now this one might sound a little weird if you live somewhere with crazy weather, but stick with me. The Japanese have this amazing way of actually living with the seasons instead of fighting against them. And no, you don't need to completely redo your wardrobe 4 times a year. It's more like when spring shows up, maybe you swap out those heavy winter blankets for something lighter. When summer hits, you might start your morning routine a bit earlier when it's cooler. Winter comes around, time for cozy indoor rituals and maybe some warm soup instead of cold salads. They call this koromogaye, basically just flowing with what each season brings instead of trying to live the exact same way every single day of the year. And here's what's cool. People who live more seasonally actually report feeling way less stressed and more connected to the world around them. Makes sense, right? There's something really grounding about acknowledging that life has natural ups and downs, busy seasons and quiet seasons. It takes the pressure off trying to be the exact same person doing the exact same things every single day of the year. Doesn't that sound kind of freeing? Number 6, the power of gratitude practice. All right, let's talk about gratitude, but not in that forced, like write in a journal every day way that makes you feel guilty when you forget. The Japanese do this thing where gratitude just becomes part of what they're already doing. Ever heard of itadakimasu? It's what they say before eating, and it basically means, thank you for this meal. But it's deeper than just good manners. They're taking a tiny moment to actually appreciate what's in front of them. The food, the people who made it, even just having time to sit down and eat. What's brilliant about this is that they weave these little gratitude moments into regular stuff. Like feeling thankful while folding laundry because, hey, you have clean clothes and a warm place to live. Or appreciating your commute because you have transportation that gets you where you need to go. Harvard found that people who do this are 25% happier. Not bad for something that takes 0 extra time, right? The genius part is how they sneak gratitude into stuff they're doing anyway. Instead of adding another thing to your to-do list, you're just paying attention to what's already good. Folding laundry becomes a moment to appreciate having clean clothes. Your commute becomes time to feel thankful for having a way to get around. It's like putting on glasses that help you notice all the good stuff that was always there, but got buried under stress and rushing around. And the best part, it literally rewires your brain to notice more positive things automatically. How cool is that? Number 7, evening wind-down routines. All right, last but not least, let's talk about how you end your day. Do you usually just collapse into bed after scrolling your phone until your eyes hurt? Yeah, we've all been there. But what if there was a way to actually feel peaceful instead of wired when your head hits the pillow? The Japanese have these simple evening rituals that basically tell your brain, okay, work time is over, it's time to chill. Could be laying out tomorrow's clothes, doing some gentle stretching, or having herbal tea while thinking about your day. Nothing fancy, just a consistent way to transition from chaos to calm. They have this practice called hansei, basically taking a few minutes to reflect on what went well that day and what you learned. Not beating yourself up about mistakes, just acknowledging the day with kindness. Sleep specialists have found that people with wind-down routines fall asleep 37% faster,
Plus, you wake up feeling more refreshed instead of like you got hit by a truck. So there you have it, 7 incredibly simple habits that could totally change how your days feel. And here's what I love about these. You don't have to become a completely different person or throw out all your stuff. You are just adding a little more intention to the life you're already living.